Yeah, so I think coming back from Las Vegas, there's a lot of information for us to, I think, evaluate in terms of our guys' performances individually, and I think that's the great thing about going to an event like Cliff Keen Invitational. You know, it's I think considered by most the toughest in-season tournament of the season.
That's incredible.
I'm gonna find my way to reverse it to his back. Go. Yo, E.
906.
Yeah, there's a lot of people over there.
They're already good. Yeah, good. Savage.
I was like, what are you doing, Ethan? Like, clearly it's...
Is that Flamingo Road?
That's in Flamingo East.
Oh, Ruffy just say hi. He does that?
Yeah, he does.
At least he's not bougie.
Two of those. Just two.
Yeah, we'll refresh it day 2.
Switch this out?
Yeah.
What are you going to get? I'll do that.
You got it.
We got all the little cool stuff in there?
You know, the reason that we go out there is that we want to kind of see where we're at and, you know, evaluate some of the things that we're doing from a process standpoint, from a technical standpoint, how guys are approaching things individually, with their own individual process, their warm-up, mentally, how they're getting ready to go, getting down to weight, all of those things that go into getting your hand raised and winning tough matches. So I think we got a really good glimpse of that, and I would say overall, I thought our guys did a really good job, and we only sent 8 guys out there. We had 6 guys place, which I thought was really good. And I think we're going in the right direction as much as anything. I think if you look at some of our guys, and especially some of our older guys, that have maybe had some ups and downs throughout the course of their careers, I think they're in a good spot right now, and they're making progress, and they're getting better. And I think that they're absorbing some of the stuff that we're, trying to preach from a technical standpoint, and from a preparation standpoint, from a mental standpoint, and all those things. So
I was happy the way I wrestled. Obviously, getting into that finals, wanted to come out with a win, but I think it was a great opportunity for me to learn where I need to improve on, and what to do coming up for March, and hopefully see him again.
I think it was a good weekend placing 4th at Cliff Keen. It was a good tournament. There was a lot of good guys in there, a lot of tough brackets, but I went in as 6th seed, got my early round done pretty quickly, and then had Russell Colin Schultz. It was a 5-1 match. Didn't get the match I wanted, but there's a lot more wrestling on the backside to do, so I came back and I had a pretty good tournament.
Yeah, looking back this weekend and the tournament itself as a team, I think we did pretty well. I think we finished 4th. We could have done better in some weights, but we got to be there for some guys to pick some guys up and continuing to build and figure out what are getting these guys going and in the right direction. And for myself, I think I wrestled pretty well. I was improving every match, I felt like, for the most part, and was able to take a lot back and really dissect my matches one by one, and get to see both those kids and that I wrestled in the quarters and semis in the later part of the season. Yeah, winning the tournament and beating Ridge was pretty cool. The Cliff Keen tournament was a goal of mine going into this season, and it has been since my freshman year, so getting it done this year was pretty cool. Getting done with Vegas, we got about 10 days, 11 days from competition until we go to Okie State to duel them. It's probably our biggest duel of the year so far, and I know the guys are excited, and some good days of training are able to be put in when you get a little more than 6 days from a competition. So we're going to be feeling good, feeling fresh. Everyone's going to be pretty dialed.
I think once you're in season, you're always ready to go. Maybe you mentally prepare a little bit more. You get a little bit more excited for these big matches. We have an opportunity to knock off a top 5 team, a top 3 team, and I have an opportunity to take out a top 5 guy. So if that doesn't get you excited, if that doesn't get you ready to go to wrestle in one of the best arenas in college wrestling, probably one of the best arenas in the world for wrestling, then what are you doing in this sport? So I don't really need to do much more to prepare mentally, just getting my body feeling right, and I'll be ready to go when the duel comes around.
For my job is to just go out there and do my job, but to look for bonus points. I think I'm a weight where we can definitely bonus in my match, so looking to add to that bonus percentage and either pen, tech, or major.
Yeah, I think traveling out to Stillwater and wrestling Oklahoma State is a great way to kind of cap off the first semester of the season, the first half of the year, before we give our guys a little break over Christmas. Obviously, it's a high level of competition. They've got a great program up and down their lineup. Every single guy presents some challenges for us individually, obviously as a team. But I think what I'm most excited about is going out and wrestling in that environment. I mean, it's going to be a tough environment to wrestle in. It's going to be hostile, so the biggest thing there is I want to make sure that our athletes and our coaches and we can keep our composure, because being able to win in tough environments, being able to win at the NCAA championships is a lot of times is about being able to maintain your composure when things are getting sideways a little bit and there's a lot of noise and it's crazy and you can't hear yourself think. So when we schedule a match like this, that's part of the thought process going into it is not only do we want to wrestle a team like Oklahoma State, but wrestling in that environment. We haven't experienced that yet this year. You know, everything, the big matches against Missouri and Rutgers have been at home. Everything else has been a tournament when we've been on the road. So, you know, I'm anxious to see how we handle that, and how especially our young guys handle that environment. And you know, again, you know, it's a process about getting better, and this is part of winning in our sport and part of getting better. And the only way you know how you're going to handle that is if you experience that. So we're going to gain some great experience. We're going to gain some great insight into not only where we're at from a wrestling standpoint, but where we are in terms of, you know, being able to manage our emotions and stay in the moment and wrestle in a tough environment. So that's really what the goal is.
I'm just a traveling man, you see. Wherever this road goes is where I will be. Now catch me a ride on a boat to Spain. Tell a woman that I love her and then forget her name. And I wish I could stay for midday coffee. And I just can't get this dreaming off me. If I could find me a place to rest my mind. But Mama always said you'll get there in good time. There's some headlights burning down the highway, and I think that I may just hitch me a ride. 'Cause I'm a traveling man by trade, sir. We're all running from the things inside.